One of the most prolific scorers in NCAA Division III history, Sophie Dennis-Riske was a three-time first-team All-American at forward for the field hockey team. She smashed the program record for career points, logging 217 in 84 games. The only Heron to score 20 or more goals in a season 3 times, Sophie won William Smith's Win Seeley, Susan Bassett, Hazel Nettleship Hardy, and Stephanie Curtis awards, a clean sweep of top awards in her 4-year career. Sophie and her teammates compiled a 4-year record of 67 and 17, winning 4 consecutive Liberty League regular season championships and 3 straight Liberty League tournament titles. In all 3 of their NCAA tournament appearances, they reached the quarterfinal round, advancing to the semifinals in 2004. As a first year, Sophie hit the ground running, and she could run. She scored her first goal in the 4th game and went on to lead the team with a then record 17 goals, eclipsing the Heron mark for first year established by Melissa Crowley from the class of 1991. Sophie was voted the Conference Rookie of the Year and selected first team All-Conference. Erupting for 22 goals and 53 points as a sophomore, Sophie collected first-team All-Liberty League recognition and first-team All-American honors. She helped William Smith win the Liberty League regular season and tournament championships. In the NCAA tournament opener, Sophie scored the game-winning goal and added a hat trick to propel the Herons past Ursinus into the national semifinals. In 2005, Sophie tallied 22 goals and 13 assists for 57 points, breaking the Heron career record for goals and points along the way. She was again named a first-team All-American and added the Liberty League Player of the Year award to her resume. As a senior, Sophie scored a record 70 points, eclipsing the 1987 mark set by Kim O'Gorman from the class of 1989. Sorry about that, Kim. Sophie notched a career-high 8 points in a win over Ramapo in her senior year in the Liberty League Championship. Sophie scored the game-winning goal to beat St. Lawrence 2-1. In the first round of the NCAA tournament, Sophie notched her 39th career assist, breaking the Heron mark previously held by Nikki Livingston, class of 2002, proving once again Heron records are meant to be broken. An exceptional student, Sophie twice received ESPN The Magazine's Academic All-District Honors, earned 3 straight All-Conference Academic Team Awards, and garnered 3 NFHCA All-Academic Awards. Sophie graduated with a bachelor's degree in sports and society. A recipient of an NCAA postgraduate scholarship, she earned a master's in sports management from Ithaca College in 2008. Since 2008, Sophie has served as our assistant field hockey coach. Sophie is also instrumental in leading our peak performance leadership and life skills plan and was promoted to assistant athletic director for student athlete development in 2015. On behalf of the whole team, Soph, we couldn't be more proud of you or more proud to have you as our coach. It is my honor to present Sophie Dennis-Riske as a member of the Heron Hall of Honor, class of 2016.
You woke up to listen to me speak.
He's ready.
Yeah. Thank you. I'd like to start off by congratulating all of the amazing women along with the 2000 Field Hockey Team of Distinction and Carolyn and Krista for your recognition. I'm proud to be recognized alongside all of you. I have enjoyed reflecting over the past few months about the memories of the basketball team, field hockey bus trips, our Final Four experience, our perfect game against Ursinus, a dislocated kneecap, as you can see in those photos, 8 stitches to the eyebrow, the Sophie drill, which is named after me because playing in a low position is important for field hockey, so our coach designed a drill using ropes tied to the goal cages, and we would do 1v1 skills and pass and receive under the ropes. When your coach, who's 8 inches shorter than you, tied the ropes, it doesn't bode well for the tall girl. I didn't get low enough. The rope caught my eye. But it was only a rope burn, and I think, Sal, from that point forward, I stayed pretty low after that. I think I did. When I reflect back upon my time as a Heron student athlete, I think back to my first night on campus for preseason. Jessica Lessa was my first, my upperclassman roommate. And by the way, I was so intimidated by you. As the senior goalkeeper sleeping in the bed next to me, who in the very next day, I think slide tackled me about 3 or 4 times. I had to pull sooner, Jess. You made me better. Little did I know on that first night, this was the beginning of an experience that was more than just playing field hockey and basketball. It was more than just the wins and the losses. It was the personal growth over the course of 4 years. It was a lifetime of friendships that I've gained with the women on my teams and the lessons that I learned along the way. I knew I had found a second home as a Heron, but what I didn't know is that I would be spending the next 13 years here. What I didn't know is that I would become a coach, and what I didn't know is what it meant to be a Heron. Being a Heron is being part of a family. My teammates, both field hockey and basketball, are the sisters that I never had. My coaches, who pushed and challenged us to be our best, were also such an incredible support system. We all struggled together and we reached success together. My Heron experiences remind me every day that if I feel I have reached my limits, I can always do a little bit more and be a little bit better. Sally would always say to us, "Now reach your hands in the air," and everyone puts their hands up. And then she'll say, "And now reach a little further." And everyone's hands rise at least an inch or 2 more. They're doing it in the back. And this is not only a lesson in sport, but a great life lesson, to not settle for mediocrity. There's always a little bit more you can do, and a little bit further you can push yourself. The victories were great, the losses quite devastating, but the lessons and the relationships are at the core of what this experience has meant to me. Being part of the Heron family for the past 13 years has helped shape my personal philosophy. Respect and truly care for those around you. Carry yourself with confidence and pride. Live a life of integrity and push yourself to strive for excellence every day. I'm honored to be inducted into the Heron Hall of Honor, but it is my turn to acknowledge those that pushed, supported, and challenged me. Although it's very likely that the records I set will get broken, as Hannah Wood is knocking on the doorstep. Kim, I'm sorry I broke your records. Hannah's going to be breaking mine, and that's okay. Leaving a mark on the William Smith Field Hockey record book would not have been possible without the wonderful women I played with. As Sally always said, field hockey is a team sport, and individual recognition is a reflection of the group as a whole. This acknowledgement tonight is not about me. It's about the teammates that inspired me, the coaches who educated and challenged me, the parents who raised me, the brothers who toughened me up, my mom who taught me to be independent, responsible, and respectful, my dad whose example of hard work and focus on the details in everything that he does was a great influence in my work ethic and success, my brothers who love to play kill the carrier and practice their wrestling moves on me. I think you can guess how that turned out. Thank you for not taking it easy on me and toughening me up during our childhood, although I feel pretty weak right now. My teammates for competing with me and bringing out the best in me. My coaches who challenged me and not allowing me to settle. They also taught me the balance between being competitive and also having fun. Sally is one of the most competitive people I know, but she always says field hockey is a game and games are meant to be fun. And that message I refer to often in life. We can all get stressed out trying to accomplish all that we're trying to do in our days, but if we can remember to have fun and keep life in its proper perspective, our days will be much more enjoyable. Life should be fun. The other little Sallyism that I have carried off the field is one that she used to say to us before every game. This is the most important game because it's the one we are playing today. This message has reminded me to live in the moment, to not look back at yesterday's success or failure or worry about what the future holds, but live for today. Sally, you helped shape me to be a better athlete and a better person. You're a great mentor, and I thank you for letting me stick around to be your assistant. I would like to thank Deb and the Heron Society and all of William Smith Athletics for your hard work in putting on this amazing event. Thanks for the privilege to sit at the table this year. I'm usually in the back corner where Morgan is back there. So this is weird. But thanks, Morg, for covering for me. The last few people I have to thank weren't around in my life during the years for which I am being recognized. But I would like to thank Tim for being an amazing husband and friend. And lastly, I'd like to thank my 12-week-old son, Ben, who listened to my speech any number of times this week. He was a very good listener. He smiled and he laughed and he even brought tears to his eyes. Maybe because he was hungry or bored, I don't know. All of you have contributed to making me a better athlete, teammate, friend, wife, and now mother. I accept this recognition not for myself, but my teammates, my coaches, my family, and I thank you.